Well, hello again. I kind of like this routine of showing up every day and actually being present for a few minutes with you, hopefully. Today has been a little crazy. In fact, I think my face is breaking out from the stress of the day. And I, the thing that really stands out to me is that it made a difference. Even though I couldn't really feel deep gratitude in the moment that things were going as smoothly as they could under the circumstances, I still recognized that they were going as smoothly as they could and that I would be grateful for that. And I was able to voice that the gratitude will come, even though in the moment it just felt crazy and overwhelming and my anxiety was through the roof. We're having a windstorm. And as part of that windstorm, actually, this light thing that's happening on my face is the fact that the sun just came out. It's really bright, and there's a curtain that's blowing in the windstorm. But anyway, we had a windstorm, and so my wake up this morning was that we browned out with our electricity, and all of the things that make noise when you turn them on turned back on and made noise, and I jumped out of bed going what? And we're lucky. Many people have lost power and are still without power. We just had a brownout, but it was still a very startling way to wake up. And then very shortly after that, I discovered that the tree that kind of holds the energy on the corner of our property, a very busy street corner, had broken in half and fallen. And half of it had fallen into the busy street intersection, and half of it had fallen onto our roof. And again, we're really lucky. We're really lucky because this was a fairly small ornamental tree. So it had all of these kind of poofy out branches, and so when it fell, it just landed on those branches on our roof. We don't even have to replace a shingle. We are so lucky because I know there are trees down all over town blocking roads and destroying property in an alarming way. And it's frustrating to realize that the thing that I love most about Oregon, the trees, the nature, isn't safe anymore. With climate change, one of the things that's happening is that our trees are no longer growing in an environment that is appropriate for them, and so they're becoming weak. They don't have enough water at the right times. The winds are blowing it, and the storms are hitting harder than they have in the past, and the soil has eroded with time. And so all of a sudden we're in this situation where the trees are weak and the storms are strong, and so many branches and so many trees are falling and will continue to fall in future storms. And it's just sad. It's just sad to watch. And all of the places without power, all of the businesses that had to close early, or you know, I again am really grateful that we decided to have dinner out tonight with some friends. We decided that a while ago, and the place we decided to go still has power. Uh, and I called them, and they don't take reservations, but they said come early. We're one of the few restaurants in the entire, metropolis that has power, and we're expecting a lot of people. Well, then I found out that they do takeout, and then I found out that they do this delivery service thing that we could actually have the takeout delivered, which was really cool. And so I got everybody's order, and I waited until 4 o'clock so that even if the food took a while, it'd still be dinner time, and if it came early, it wouldn't go bad waiting for dinner time. And the phone lines are down. So I just drove my little self all the way out to that restaurant, and they were completely empty. I got my food in about 10-20 minutes and was able to make it home again. And, that tree that fell, It fell on our garage. It actually fell into a parking spot that usually has a vehicle in it. And it fell over my vehicle. And so no vehicles were harmed in this windstorm at our house. And again, just so grateful. And yet the stress of that happening, and what do? I've never had a tree fall on my house before. I've had cars run into my house before, but you know who to call when that happens, or at least I did. I had no idea who to call with the tree, and um, anyway, and the cats, you might have heard them meowing in the background a minute ago. We have 5. We have a horde. We have a horde of cats. They're wonderful. We love them each and all. But 2 of them are on antibiotics for different reasons right now. And I had to go pick up more medicine for one of them in the middle of all this chaos and the tree on the house and waiting for the arbor people to come and cut the tree down from the house before it fell on our power lines. And it's just been nuts, and I'm truly exhausted. But even though I went through all of this going, I'm not going to panic, I'm not going to panic, I'm not going to panic, I'm not going to, right? And trying really hard to stay present with what needed to be done because it needed to be done. At the same time, I was able to lean a little bit on some friends and just say, hey, this is going on, I'm really overwhelmed, and just have them say, wow, that's overwhelming. And be able to say, we are so lucky. And I don't feel lucky right now because what I feel is that a tree fell on my house and my cats are sick. But I know how lucky we are, and I'll be able to appreciate it later. So I'm going to voice it right now. I know we're lucky. We're lucky nobody got hurt. We're lucky the cats' sicknesses have treatments, fairly inexpensive as treatments for illness go. We have access to those treatments. We are so lucky. We even have access to food that we don't have to cook, even though we've still got power at our house. And all of those pieces helped me get to a point where I can take this deep breath and say, oh, it's going to be all right. In fact, you know what? It already is all right. It's all right. I'm all right. We're all right. We're okay, and it's going to be okay. And thank you. And I don't know who you're saying thank you to, but I'm saying my thank yous today. And I really feel that even if you can't feel the good things that you know are there in the moment, just saying them, just acknowledging them, and giving them space to be present with you until you can get around to feeling them or experiencing the good things that are there too. It helps. It helps because the whole space around you, all of your energy is not focused on how terrible it is in that moment. And terrible things do happen. There's no getting around that, but there is getting through it. So that said, I hope for you. I hope for you that you get through the terrible things and that you leave a little extra space for the good things that are happening too. So that even if you cannot experience them in that moment with the terrible, you know they're there. You know you'll be able to come back to them when you're ready, when you have the space to take that deep breath. Blessings on your journey. I look forward to talking with you again soon.